My name is Lee, and I'm the FP&A Technology Director at Revelwood. Today, I'm going to show you about the aggregate function. So to demonstrate the aggregate function, what I've done is I've created a simple view that's going to show some of the data in our system. So I'm looking at net income, I'm looking at operating expense, and I'm looking at some of the details associated with the OpEx. I'm looking at it for multiple companies, company 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm looking at a total. And I'm looking at two sets of data. The first set of data is from our book that we call original. This is the original numbers. These are the values that your planners had input. And as they're putting in the numbers, it's doing a standard roll-up, 16 million, 23 million, 8.6 million. They all roll up to be about 58 million. And the second set of data that we're looking at is we're looking at a calculation. And this calculation is happening both at the N level and the C level, and it's calculating out the percentage of net income. So we could see that in this particular company, we've got a little under 3 million in compensation. We've got about 16 million in net income. Figure out the percentage, it comes out to about 17%. Well, what if I was in a situation where I didn't want to look at the companies 1 through 4? I didn't want to look at the pre-built consolidation. I instead want to just look at companies 1, 2, and 3. Well, I can look at that. I could create my own calculation by simply selecting company 1, I select company 2, I select company 3. I can right click and I can choose the option that says create calculation. And I'm going to give it a name. I'll just call it total 1 through 3. And I'm simply going to click on sum. And by clicking on the sum, what the system is going to do is it's going to create a brand new consolidation, what we used to know as user-defined consolidations. We can create a temporary roll-up where I'm looking at 16 million, 23 million, 8.5 million. All of that together rolls up to 47 million. It's great for the original. However, when we look at the percentage of net income, we knew that this was a calculation. When I'm looking at 100% in company 1, 100% in company 2, 100% in company 3, what the system's doing is it's rolling the 3 up. It's giving me 300%. I haven't formatted anything yet, so it looks like the number 3. But in essence, what it's doing is it's doing the equivalent of an equal sum, whereas I wanted it to do the calculation. This is where IBM Planning Analytics has introduced the concept of an aggregate. An aggregate calculation allows you to summarize the values that you don't really just want to add up or average. And this comes into play for percentages or ratios or anything that's the result of a rule. The way that we use that aggregate, the way that we create that aggregate is, once again, we simply click on the companies that we want. We right click, choose the option for create calculation. But in this case, I want the aggregate of 1 through 3. And instead of choosing the option for sum, I'm going to choose the option for aggregate. And when I click on that button, what the system's going to do is it's going to create another calculation again. But in this particular case, it's going to create an aggregate value. For the original numbers that were originally entered in, it's still going to add the 3 up. You can see the values are the same with the total versus the aggregate. However, when it comes to the rule-based calculation, the percentage of net income, what the system's going to do is it's going to apply that rule. It's going to figure out that in situations where it was 100% across the board, it's going to my total of the 3 is still 100%. Again, I haven't formatted yet. In a situation where I've got 3.5%, 1.6%, 3.5%, it's not going to total the values up to 9%. It's going to figure out the calculation and come out to the 3%. And what that value is going to do, it's going to be defined as to whether or not there's a C-level rule. If there's no C-level rule, the aggregate is simply just going to work like an equal sum. It's going to roll the values up together and add them all together. But if there is a C-level rule, what the aggregate function will do is it will make this suffice just like a C-level formula. This approach will allow you to create your own user-defined consolidations, and it'll allow you to apply the formulas throughout your system without having to figure out, is it an equal sum or is it some kind of a rule-based calculation? Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you learned something new. If you want to learn more, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel and to our Planning Analytics newsletter. Don't forget to visit us at revelwood.com.